So today, let's talk about ghosting. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about ghosting and the effects that it has on others and some of the excuses that we use to hide behind while we ghost for people. Let's talk about that. So, ghosting is the practice of ending a personal relationship with someone by suddenly and without explanation withdrawing from all communication. What's interesting is the older I get, the more I hear and I see comments when I go on social media. And I know social media does not represent all of life. But I hear and see a lot of people talking about they had to ghost this person, they ghosted this person, and this person tried them and they ghosted them. And, or this person cut this person off. And we live in a very uh cancel culture society, cutting off society. And I think for the most part, a lot of it is wrong. And I don't think that, let me say this. There are times when I believe that cutting somebody off is the right thing to do, and you have to protect your peace, your your well-being, your mental, all that type of stuff, right? That's true. And there are some things that I think people can do that are so egregious that you just have to cut them off. You have to ghost them, and there's no explanation that needs to be had. They know what they did to you, and you can move on. Um, However, though, I think a lot of people who ghost in general, because I've done it before. I did it when I was older, teenager, and early 20s. I did it a couple of times, and it wasn't no real reason I needed to do it. Um, but I think when it comes to ghosting, uh, I think one, people, we lack grace for others. I think we have unrealistic expectations. I think that's one of the reasons that we ghost people is I think that we view ourselves higher than we view other people. We view ourselves on a higher level, whether that be because we make more money or we look better or we come from a quote unquote better family or we're more educated or we just what for whatever reason we just feel with nothing to look for. We just feel that we're better. I think there's a lack of grace. And a lot of times we lack grace for other people is because like we weren't shown that growing up in our household, or because we just feel like, yo, I'm all that in a bag of chips and more. I know that's an old saying, but hey, probably revealing my age there. But I think a lot of people just lack grace, like I said, because they feel like they they're better than other people. But let the shoe be on the other foot, they will be looking for that grace, right? That same grace that they don't extend to others. They will be looking for that grace. So I think that's one reason people ghost. I think I think one of the biggest reasons, in my opinion, that people ghost others, I think it's because of a lack of their a lack of communication. I believe that they are communicators or terrible communicators. They suck at communication. And I think it's cowardice on some level. I think that people do not like conflict. Some people love it. But I think a lot of these people who ghost, they don't like conflict. They are terrible communicators. And instead of being able to at least communicate that they're terrible communicators and letting people know what the issue is, and since you can't read their mind, they will just cut you off. I believe there are some people that are looking for reasons to cut people off. I've met some who are, on one hand, they claim they want a relationship or a friendship or whatever, right? Some type of relationship with you. And then will just cut you off for the most basic reason, unexplained reason, right? And I think that's wrong. I think that's the wrong way to do it. I think that humans deserve basic decency. I've seen stuff online and even from people I know where literally a guy will be hounding a woman to go out on a date, right? And they were supposed to meet up at a certain place. And I've seen countless times where the guy won't even show up, no text, no nothing. And it's just like, why wouldn't you wanted this woman so bad, you wanted her time, and now you have it, and your response is no response at all, not showing up, not calling, not sending a text, not nothing, right? And I think that is juvenile behavior. I think that is childlike behavior. And so I think people ghost for those reasons, lacking the grace. They feel like they're better. They don't owe you, quote unquote. I hear that a lot is we don't owe